Hey y'all, Natalie here today for Paper House Productions, and I'm going to work in my Grand Canyon album today. So I really loved this variegated paper from Paper House Productions. It's called Rose Garden Tags. It's the double-sized page of like a cut apart sheet, but I really liked how they mimicked the colors and the rocks. And so I'm going to do some blue mixed media over it to mimic the sky above the rocks. So I have already used some clear gesso on this paper. I cut it down to a little bit less than 8.5 by 11 because I have a running theme of craft paper in this album, so I will back this page with craft paper. And right now you can see I'm wiping things up with a baby wipe, and that's the beauty of gesso. So it got a little bit of spray where I didn't want it, but because of the gesso I can just wipe it right up, and it's fabulous before it dried. So I sprayed the darker blue color, and I'm just gonna let it like run around, and I'm going to dry a little bit of it but leave a little bit wet because I want it to mix into the next lighter blue color, and then I'll do another lighter blue color to mimic the sky under that. So yeah, this paper is super pretty, and I'm gonna have to get more because the tags on the other side are super great too, but I just had to use this variegated pink and orange. It was very reminiscent of the desert out there. We loved going out west. It was so fun. And so I'm going to also use those 3D adventure stickers from Paper House that were dancing on the screen earlier. And those have a fun copper and gold metallic on them. And I'll do something fun later. You'll see coming up. So we're just working still with the mixed media. I'm using my heat gun a little bit to dry it. But I like how that color blended really well into the darker blue color. And these are shimmers paints or sprays. And so again, they have the shimmer in them. And some of them look a little bit rose gold, which is the colors that are in the metallics on those 3D stickers. So I really like how everything ties together nicely. So the last color is this like sea foamy, but it was a little bright, but you know, it gets watered down when I add the water to make it blend well. And also when they dry, they tend to be a little bit lighter. If you let a pool of the color dry completely, then it'll be darker, but if you spread it out, it'll be lighter. So there we have it. And now I'm going to do some splatter on top of the dried watercolor. And you see my paper's curling up. I know that drives some people batty. For me, it doesn't really normally bother me because I put it in a page protector, which will flatten it out. But in this case, I'm going to back it with craft paper. So that's another way to flatten it out by adhering it down to another sheet. It will help the curve go away. And I'm going to roll over the splatters with some paper towels. And that lightened them up a lot. I will do more splatters at the end. For some more darkened ones after I have everything added on and any spots we might have missed. So there I am adhering it down to the craft, and you can see all those pretty tags, but that's why you always get 2 of these lovely double-sided pages. And most of that is going to end up being covered up, but that's okay. That's the nature of the mixed media game, right? And there we have it, a nice flat page. So there's the photo. Gosh, I mean, that I do love that photo, but it can't even do it justice, man. If you've never been, go. It's so amazing. Well, don't go now. I think it's closed. Most of the national parks are closed right now. But so I'm putting these white die cut leaves down, and then I'm like, I need to bring the rose gold down. So I have these rose gold gilding flakes, and so what I'm going to do is take just some regular white cardstock, and I'm going to put this crazing, this one isn't the crazing, this is the matte gel texture paste from Tim Holtz, and I let it get a little sticky, not completely dry, and then I just sprinkle these gilding flakes on top, and I kind of stick them down with my finger. And I'm just kind of spreading them all out. They're not going to cover it completely. I mean, you could be really tediously go through and make sure it covers it completely. They do kind of disintegrate when you touch them a little bit, but I'm just kind of rubbing them generously on that area. And then that's a little brush, a distress brush, and that really helps flatten it down and make sure that all the bits are adhered to the gel medium. And I do let it dry really well. I use my heat gun. And then I cut out a few more of the leaves with my die cut machine. And I really like how these turned out. So it just basically looks like gilded leaves, but with like a coppery rose gold gilding. And then it ties in with the adventure word on the 3D sticker. Yes, that's exactly what we needed, right? So I'm just gonna kind of see how I want it to look before I commit to adhering anything down for sure. And that's working out for me really. So I go ahead and I stick down the photo, I stick down the 3D sticker, and I start gluing down. I have glue and I have gilding flakes on my fingers. Man, I love to get messy though. It just like does something for your soul. So I'm just sticking down all the leaves. You don't need to see every little tedious bit of that. I do try to leave a little bit of them up so I can curl them up a little bit. But again, they're going to be in page protectors, so they can't be stuck up too much. That one broke, but that's okay. Little glue fixed that. Boom. So I grab another little button from that 3D sticker sheet and add that down there with some words and then a couple more leaves at the top, and we're done. I really love how this page turned out, and I hope you're inspired. I'm going to leave all the links down below that you need to grab Paper House Production products. You can use my code PH20Natalie for 20% off all the time. But plus they also always have amazing sales going on. There's a lot of fun challenges and contests as well for everyone who's quarantined inside. So thanks for watching today, y'all, and give me a like and a subscribe, and I'd appreciate it. Bye.